Hello everybody, this is Skyflight44, aka Exec44, and today we're going to be playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution. Now, I've been away for a little while, mainly just because stresses of all kinds. One of those stresses just so happens to be, how the hell am I supposed to make an ice barrier deck work? Well, guess what? It's mediocre. That really is it. It's mediocre. Then again, I just wanted it not to be bad. My initial idea was specifically going to be a wetlands deck using frogs, in which the ice barriers were going to, number one, be a way of attacking, because they are some of the better level 2 aqua monsters, and also the fact that Prior of the ice barrier can special summon itself as long as you have an ice barrier on field does allow you to go into Totally Awesome, which is the pretty much best thing you could be getting into in that deck. So, I went through and had to redo this, so let's go through and beat this again. Unfortunate, because I've already done so. Now, one thing I've actually done in my other profile is I've actually made myself a completely new profile on my laptop, completely new saved data, which I'm going through a challenge run. I can only use user-made decks or the starters. The big thing being yeah, let's just get a Dark Magician. Hopefully this doesn't screw me. The big thing being is I cannot use boosters. I cannot get into any booster. I am stuck with what I have initially and what I get from beating an actual, beating a duel or losing a duel. For each 25,000 points I have, damn it. Oh god, I hate this card. But for each 25,000 points I have, I can get myself, or I can have another deck slot. Why would I want to do this? Well, because if I lose with a deck a certain amount of times, specifically 3 times, I have to delete that deck. I can only make 5 deck edits after winning. Which means, and it does include making another deck, which means trying to make a second deck means I have to at least have 8 wins in order to actually get another deck back. And that's not the easiest thing to do. Well, it is, but it can set you back a long time. Also, I cannot use any extra deck mechanics that I have not actually learned yet. Like, I haven't been shown yet. That is to say, if I go through and play GX, I can go about, or I start that, I can Fusion Summon. I can't use Synchros until I start the 5Ds campaign. I can do any of these in any order I want, but I have to go at least 10% through before I can go into another campaign. Basically, this turns the game into something that is much, much harder. At the same time, it's like the beginning, the decks you have, definitely superior to some of the decks you're playing with. But, because you're not using boosters, it really does suck exactly what you have. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, that's really good. I lucked out on that. But it's trying to get good cards is kind of difficult. And usually you get yourself a really wonderful card, and that's all you're gonna be getting. Right, and you're just gonna go about... Come on, Swords of Revealing Light. I hate Swords of Revealing Light so much. Let's use Book of Secret Arts on Dark Magician just so we can, you know, summon Skull Me. I'm having fun with that. I managed to get some pretty good cards. At the same time, I'm not exactly happy. The fact that I've not really had any good luck with trying to get any kind of archetypes. I was... Obviously, there's some points where I can get a few different ones, but it's not doing me very well. I was hoping, considering exactly how many times you get to go about playing with Judai, to get elemental heroes, because I do have a warrior deck, and I kind of wanted to make an elemental hero deck just because it's something I can make. The problem is, I'm just gonna let that go. The problem is I do not have the I do not have any... I've beat him 5 times, and yet I only have like 3 elemental hero monsters I can normally summon. And only one of them do I actually want to go about keeping, is the problem. Let's set you. Hopefully he doesn't have another one. What? Third one? You know you want to have a third one. Okay, now you can take the Mirror Force. Again, I'm like that, and I have a dark themed deck, I have a wind themed deck, and I have a warrior themed deck, and I have a fiend themed deck. And I was doing fairly well until I'm just not getting what I need. I'm getting some good cards. Like, the best card I got yesterday when I was going through, like, another 4% of the game was probably Mage Power. Mage Power is definitely going to be useful and went into several of my decks. My Dark deck's probably the best one I have. If only my Fiend one had more cards I could go about using, like some better cards. Because I have both Necrofear and Raviel. I believe it's Lord of Phantasms. Both of them are real good payouts to having Fiends. And let's just hope that can get me through. So, let's go with the Duelist challenges. We have Joey, who I have to go about doing again. Kaiba, Yami-Yugi, and Yugi Mura. Yugi is probably going to be one of the easier ones. We have Joey, who is, because of what I'm going to be doing, going to be easy. Yami, I do not know. It's probably not going to be all that bad. Kaiba, though, might be a bitch to do. So, we are going to do Joey versus One Froggy Land. This is my Wetlands deck. And the big thing is, when I was initially looking through a bunch of Ice Barrier cards, because I was trying my damnedest to figure out how the hell can I make an Ice Barrier deck that works, or at least get some of these monsters to do something that works. And I seen one card and I thought to myself, wow, this is actually pretty decent. In theory. And that was, I believe it was Dudark of the Ice Barrier. Dudark is a level 2 aqua monster that states that if you only have level 2 or lower monsters, it can attack directly. If you have a card that can attack directly for like 2400, or technically I've seen it get up to, well, like around 3300, that's actually pretty decent. And it doesn't really require too much. But the big thing that we're going to be going is using Swap Frog, getting rid of Unifrog, so then we can get Swap Frog out. We'll activate the effect, and we will dump Starboy. Then we are going to normal summon Cryomancer of the Ice Barrier. This one's actually pretty good, but its effect is not, like, we don't need it. Then we can special summon with Prior of the Ice Barrier because we have an Ice Barrier on field. The big thing we want to go into is getting totally awesome two level 2 Aqua type monsters. See, Prior of the Ice Barrier just doesn't allow you to special summon any level 5 or higher monsters, not necessarily rank. So we can go and get both of these for our main monster, which is totally awesome, which is really totally awesome. I love this card. I just learned what this card actually does, and it does everything. Then we can use Swap Frog's effect, putting it back to hand, and then we can normal summon another frog. And we will summon a Dupe Frog. Dupe Frog is a part of a lock, the Dupe Lock, in which one Dupe Frog makes it so that you can't target for an attack any other of your monsters. If you have 2 of them, you can't target any of my monsters. So we can go to battle phase. Totally awesome. Attack over, and then we can attack over with Dupe. The thing is, Totally Awesome has a few different things it can do. Number 1, during standby phase, you can send one material to summon from deck a frog. We're gonna go for another Dupe. And now the Dupe lock is up. And he's not going to be able to attack me. The second thing you can go about doing is, like this, use its effect. So, when an opponent goes and uses either a spell or trap or monster effect, you can activate Totally Awesome, and you can send to grave a Aqua monster. It can be any Aqua type monster, either from hand or face up to grave, and we're going to go through and use Swap Frog. And you can negate the effect, destroy it, and you can set the card on your field. I'm not going to go about setting Crane. I've actually managed to get Graceful Charity off of it. It's wonderful. And now, Totally Awesome, we can send away for Submarine Frog. Submarine Frog under Wetlands is 2400 and does piercing damage. So we can attack with all of our frogs. And if Joey had anything to really say about it, we could easily just go through, get rid of the Submarine Frog with Totally Awesome, and just deal with it. I love this deck. And I was trying to make an Ice Barrier deck, and technically Ice Barrier is actually a big thing with the deck. Granted, after I got Totally Awesome, read it, and then used it, and I was like, oh, this is definitely frogs. But there were 2 ways of getting into Totally Awesome with how I have it set up. And that is either getting Swap Frogs so that you can get 2 frogs onto the field easily, turn 1, or you go about using Ice Barriers, which is another easy way of getting them out. If you normal summon an Ice Barrier, and you have either a Prior of the Ice Barrier, which you can then special summon, or you have Ice Medallion in order to get into your selected Ice Barrier. You can easily get into Totally Awesome, and from there you can set up whatever you want. Usually the lock. But it is a fun deck. It is, again, with that, with the fact that you can actually go into several different synchro monsters using the Ice Barrier card, or you can go through and, more importantly, just use Wetlands to overpower your opponent. Again, with Submarine Frog, you can attack over and deal piercing damage. With Dark, if you don't have Totally Awesome or you lose it, you can just straight up attack directly. And it's cool. So we have 3 others, and I think we're going to go about let's I'm not doing Yami-Yugi versus or against my legendary Ice Barrier deck. That is just going to have to be this one here. So we are going to do Rise of the Skull Servants versus the legendary Ice Barrier. It's named so because I initially was running Legendary Ocean under it, mainly so I had something for an Umi card. It was also mainly to make it so that 2 of the more important Ice Barrier tribute monsters were easier for me to get onto the field because I only needed 1 tribute. But then I realized, eventually, that all of this is pointless. All of it really is just pointless. And this isn't a bad hand whatsoever. Actually, this is a pretty good hand. Let's Foolish Burial. We will send... We're gonna send General Raiho of the Ice Barrier. Then we're going to go through, use Genix Undyne, normal summon it, we'll send a water monster, which is going to be Prior of the Ice Barrier. We get Genix Controller to hand. We can now... Okay, so now we're pretty much set up for what we want to go about doing. We're going to go to end phase, and then... Well, we'll see. So you're going to go about taking out Undyne, that's perfectly fine. Oh, that's not something I very much like. Let's salvage. We're going to get both of these. Granted, at this point in time, Undyne's useless. I am only running 1 Gen X controller in this deck. But we can normal summon Prior of the Ice Barrier, use its effect, and get into Raiho. Now I can put you into... Let's put you into defense position. I don't really have any way of protecting you, and I do fear what's back there. Thing is, when an effect resolves that was activated by an effect monster that was on your opponent's side, they must discard 1 card or the effect is negated. Okay, that's cool. Yep, they had to send quite a bit. That's nice. Oh, yeah, they're definitely popping off. Again, my deck isn't exactly very good. Okay, now you can get King of the Skull Servants. That's nice. And then you're going to be doing 67? Okay. Book of Life. You're going to get that. You're going to banish that. That's cool. Maybe just going Chocolate Magician Girl and then Secret Sanctuary of the Spellcasters was probably best idea. Okay. What's the best way of doing this? Ah, the I surrender button. Let's see if we can do this again. Again, if I just choose any of my other decks, I would be doing so much better. But this deck's really not the best thing I could ever have. Let's see. It's basically using the spellcaster portion of the Ice Barrier cards. Ah, DNA transplant. Yes. Okay, yeah, this is a bit better. So, number one, let's go Medallion of the Ice Barrier. We're gonna get Shock Troops of the Ice Barrier. I will set one. Set two. Fortunately, I really can't go through if I don't have another like face-up spell. I can't really do much with this, so I'm gonna go to end phase. Let's go use DNA transplant, and we are going to make everything water. Ah, that's a good card. And then 1-for-1, getting out your King of the Skull Servants. That's fine. Okay, that's not fine. Okay, that's... I lost. Yep, I lost. Oh, two of them! Yeah, there's no way I was going to be able to go about doing that. This is the main reason why I wanted Raiho last time. Okay, let's see how many times it takes me slamming my head against a wall before I can win this. Probably more than it should. Let's actually go second. Unfortunately, I like going first because I like having DNA transplant up. The big thing is Shock Troops of the Ice Barrier is definitely better when you have DNA transplant up. Okay, Medallion of the Ice Barrier. We will get Strategist. We are going to... We're gonna go about using Strategist. Ah. What did you send? King of the Skull Servants. Interesting. Interesting. Granted, we can get that back. I think it's necessary. Not yet. Twin Twisters. Okay, DNA transplant. Good. Good thing I didn't have it last time. let's go through and use Elemental Hero Ice Edge. What is this in here for? Okay, sure. That's fine. So, what do you want me to do? Actually, now that I think about it, what are you supposed to be doing? Okay, now you can get another King of the Skull Servants. That's cool. You are now going to all be water. Ah, that's cool. Unfortunately, I don't really have much I can do. However, I can summon Shock Troops of the Ice Barrier. I will attack over. And I'm not going to be able to do it. Shit. Should have read what White Princess does. Yeah, that's game. I was trying to go see if I could attack over one and then destroy the other one. Because the entire reason why this is using, or spellcaster specifically, is the fact that, and also DNA transplant, is for shock troops of the Ice Barrier specifically. Mainly just because, well, it's one of the only ways you can really do anything with the deck, or with the cards itself. Or at least from what I've seen so far. I need to cut down on some of the cards. Okay, Laura. You need... Oh, that's fine. Only 2,000? 2,000's nothing. Necrofusion. Oh, that's cool. Sure. Though, in reality, let's dump Medium of the Ice Barrier. And we can use Chocolate Magician Girl. Chocolate Magician Girl being one of the most important cards in the entire deck. Basically, one of the most, the most important card in the entire deck. Because you can discard one spellcaster card, draw one, and then if it's targeted for an attack, you can get one spellcaster from your grave onto the field. You have your opponent's attack power, and you switch the attack target to it. Which means I can more easily get into cards I need. So, we will go to end phase. Not going to be able to use spellcast. You're not going to be able to use spells. Probably not going to need it. Ah, and you're not going to attack into it. Smart. Wow, and I just hard draw that. However, I'm not going to be able to do anything with that. So, let's see if I can actually get something I can use. Let's get Gen X Undyne. We will send... There you are. Elemental Hero Ice Edge. Activate the effect of a card. We will get Necrofusion, getting out Elemental Hero, Absolute Zero. Then we are going to link off you two for Miss Starboy. But because Elemental Hero Absolute Zero is sent, we're going to destroy all of our opponent's monsters. But Torrential Tribute's just going to do that for us. We can then get back Chocolate Magician Girl. Fortunately, I do not have anything else, so I'm not going to be able to do anything else. I know, it sucks. That's basically how this deck really is. It's not a very good deck. He's going to get out another King of the Skull Servants and it's just going to beat over me because I don't have anything. Yeah, this deck is really good. Okay, if I can't win this time, I'm actually going to go about using a better deck. Again, not expecting this deck to be able to do anything. Let's go first. I've always lost going first, but I've always lost going second too. Okay, so let's use Gen X Undyne. In fact, we can... Thing is, I don't really have many... The only real option I have that I can get back is either Undyne or Prior of the Ice Barrier with Salvage. But... I'm probably going to... Probably the best thing is just getting the tuner. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a 5 in here. But at the very least, next turn, if need be, I can actually get something pretty good. Let's set Magician's defense, and we will end turn. Activate the effect of a card, sure. So the big thing is, if this goes to grave, I can actually get... Oh, that's fine. So if this goes to grave, I can special summon a spellcaster in my grave, and, oh, get it to field. Is always nice. So I'm going to summon Strategist of the Ice Barrier. I'm going to use its effect, getting rid of you. Okay, that's interesting. I bet one of these has to be... One of these has to be of trouble. I know that for a fact. Let's see. We're gonna go with you. You're gonna... Okay. Still fine. That's cool. I can go into... Briona. Let's see. Let's get rid of Citadel Whale. Let's just get rid of Citadel Whale, and then we can Send Mizuki back to hand. How is this gonna screw me? Nope, didn't screw me? I can't believe it. If a Mizuki's not engraved, then... Oh! At least I got one. I'm not gonna have a target for that. Interesting. Well, let's get rid of you for Chocolate Magician Girl. Nice. Why am I not running? Why am I not running Tornado Dragon? That was a huge mistake. Thing is, do I want to go and have Chocolate Magician Girl? Or can I use in you? I can get Citadel Whale now that I think about it. Or I could go into Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Let's see. Let's go and get Gungnir. Damn. Okay. I knew that had to be in Torrential Tribute. Yeah, Mizuki's just gonna get you your King of the Skull Servants. So, Prime of the Ice Barrier, tributing itself for Gintala. An attack over King of the Skull Servants. Gonna go to end phase. What am I gonna bring back? Well, obviously, there's only one thing I can. This is gonna screw me, isn't it? Just summoning Chocolate Magician Girl. Let me attack first. And let me set you. No, I'm not actually gonna do it. I can't believe it, but I'm really not gonna do it. Let's attack over you again, and then... If he gets any kind of King of the Skull Servant, I'm just back into screwed territory again. Okay. Then that means I can get back another card, and I know what I'm getting. I may actually win this one. Nope. Okay, so is there anything that is actually useful? Yes, you. At the very least, if he goes about attacking me with anything, I can have its attack. Well, yeah. That was stupid, I dare say. I was going to move the attack over to it, and it's going to die. Wow, I cannot believe I won this. After being crushed how many times, the deck managed to win, and I got a bunch of one-for-ones. That's cool. I actually could have used those, definitely. Now let's get to some of my better decks that came out of this. I'm going to use what? Let's go and use the Bound Rainbow one. This one's sort of a run-of-the-mill Crystal Beast deck. But I think it's fine. The main thing is it's running stuff like Haman, what was it? That freaking Queen of Tragedies card. I forget what that dragon was called. And also some beast support. What that was, a Horn of the Phantom Beast. Specifically because, you know, Pegasus is just absolutely... Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus is the only good card. But with Ancient City Rainbow Ruins, we can actually do quite a few things. Okay, Upstart Goblin. That's cool. And you're gonna use another one. Now you're going to get Dark Magician from deck. Oh, that's fine. Go and destroy my card. I swear you're not gonna like what I'm gonna be doing. You are not gonna send that card to grave. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so let's summon Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus once again. We can go and put in Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle, or Carbuncle. This allows us to, during the player's turn, when a spell trap card is activated, you can send one Crystal Beast monster you control to the grave and negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So let's send these three to grave for, come on, Lord of Striking Thunder. We can attack over Dark Magician, deal 1,000, and go in for 1,800 with Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. Now the big thing is the Hamon and the other card. Hopefully we see it. I highly doubt we're going to. But both of them can just... the other one, I believe you just need to have a certain amount of... I think it's either 2 or 3 continuous spells. But each time it gets destroyed, you can just send another one to grave in order to be able to use it. It's pretty cool. So, Apprentice Magician. Ah, Magician of Faith. That's fine. Upstart Goblin, is that really all you want? I mean, what are you gonna do? We can use Crystal Conclave. If a face-up Crystal Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle card effect, you can special summon one Crystal Beast monster from your deck. Also, if I remember correctly, it has another thing. You can send it to grave, target one crystal beast you control, and one card on the field, return them to hand. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's send you and you. So then the field spell is back in hand, and therefore the counters are gone. Yeah, I'm not liking that. Oh, that's not fun. Well, let's, again, Pegasus, go and send Amethyst. Damn, this is the one deck that I have that's running a bunch of 4s that doesn't have Gaga Cowboy. Damn, I really should be running Cowboy. How... Okay, we will change you to defense. We will send you to top of deck. Interesting. Arcanite Magician. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, that seems like nice. So how many cards do I need? I have Carbuncle, Emerald Tortoise, Pegasus, Eagle, Amethyst Cat. All I really need now is Mammoth and Turtle. Not Mammoth and Turtle, Mammoth and Tiger. And then I can use Rainbow Dragon and just win the game. Okay, that's fine. So we'll have the damage. And it's gonna go down. Now I can actually draw an extra card too. Okay, so... This is a soft once per turn. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Let's draw another card. Woohoo! And there it is! Okay, that should be game. We can get Tiger. And with that, we can special Rainbow Dragon. Yeah, okay, so we can't activate the effects. Okay, that's cool. So... Main phase 2. We can... Let's summon you. Then we can go and get Castell. Send 2, shuffling you back. Yeah, so you're gonna get Skilled Dark Magician, that's fine. Now I should be able to use Rainbow Dragon's effect. Yep, so banish all Crystal Beast cards in your graveyard to return all cards in the field to their owner's decks. Then I can use Crystal Bonds. Getting Crystal Sapphire Pegasus. Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus is still best. And there it is. Probably could have beat that a little bit easier, but oh well. And lastly, we're going to go about using the best deck I made in the last couple of weeks, I would actually say. In my Exiled Warriors deck. I was trying to make a deck that was utilized Light Ray Gearfried. And then I made a deck that basically used it, but for the most part just went into specifically... It went into... Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning constantly. Okay, that's fine. I'll send another 2. So there's 2 light, 1 dark. I was just hoping it wasn't going to be... Damn! I just wish it wasn't going to be freaking a second one of Raiden. Okay, so we can Foolish Burial, we can send... To be honest, I don't really know what to send. Ah, of course. How am I not just going immediately to Star Sparrow? Okay, so let's set you. Yeah, and how are you gonna get out another one? Problem is, I don't really want to go about using it right now. Now, let's go through and keep it there. I have just 3. Damn. Yeah, I lost this one. Unfortunately, my opponent just managed to get out 2 incredibly strong monsters for no reason. Screw you, Kaiba. We're gonna go second because screw Kaiba. This deck really can do a lot of fun things, and best card in the deck. Which is saying a lot. So we will send... we are going to send... Yeah, why not? Star Sparrow. also use Elemental Hero Prisma. And we will choose Necroshade to send to grave. Now I have both a light and dark. And I can go to end phase. I don't care what he has down here. To be honest, I would rather he actually go about summoning his really powerful stuff. Let's use Beginning of Heaven and Earth. So we get to choose 3 cards to reveal to our opponents. Then they choose one. The rest get one of them might be sent to our hand. The rest are sent to grave. We have to choose at least one Blackluster Soldier or Guy of the Fierce Knight card. If they choose one of those two, then it goes to hand, rest to grave. If they choose the one that is not either of those, or one that isn't either of those, then everything goes to grave. Either or, there's nothing that doesn't help me. Let's choose Blackluster Soldier. Let's choose Blackluster Soldier. And then, just to make it easy, let's choose the Immortal Bushi. So what you gonna give me? I don't think you want to give me anything. And you gave me the one you shouldn't have. I love how the AI does this. So the Immortal Bushi would, if I don't have any, I don't control any monsters and standby, I gain. It gets special summoned to field, which basically gets me into Isolde, which gets me into any warrior in my deck. Let's send Neos off. We can normal summon Arisen Gaia the Fierce Knight. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is tributed, you can special summon one Blackluster Soldier monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. But what I really want to do is we're gonna send both of them off with Isolde. With that, we will get to hand Light Ray Gearfried. But we can't use the effects of or special summon Light Ray Gearfried this time. However, that's not going to stop me from just deciding let's get rid of Prisma and Guy of the Fierce Knight. Attack with you. And let's attack with you. Yeah, I'm definitely not using Honest. And that, definitely not going to be using Honest. The best part of Blackluster Soldier is the fact that it's also a light target that can attack twice with 3,000 attack points, which means Honest on its own can win you the game. Yeah, that sucks. Aw, I like that card. Oh well, Honest is still gonna keep me in the game, so screw you. The thing is, the other card does... Yeah, you go for it. Interesting, okay. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So, I'm gonna use Eren, Lightsworn Monk. Let's once again go into Isolde, dumping 2 more lights to grave. We'll use its effects. Getting Light Ray Grapher. Then we will special summon to field Light Ray Gearfried. And now, at this point in time, game's definitely won. So, let's... Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I can't actually use this effect just yet. Yeah, until the end of the next turn, this will be this one. Neither player can target dragon monsters you control with card effects. So I can't actually get rid of it this time. Let's go then, phase. I'm not letting you have that. So we can banish you. Actually, damn, should have did this all day. Because I'm going to have another one going. Oh, this is... You've given me so... This is going to be so good. Let's get rid of you for Light Ray Grapher. We can summon Elemental Hero Sparkman. With our lovely Blackluster Soldier, we can get rid of the rest of these guys. And attack in for game. Two Trihorn Dragon, that's fine. And that is every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters duel dealt with. The entire campaign for it is completely dealt with, and all of the Duelist challenges are also once again good. Warms my heart. Unfortunately, we still have 68.3% of the campaign to go through. And tons more Duelist challenges. Oh, have a nice day.